2023 has proven to be the turning point for many different altcoins in the space, namely crypto gaming, having a craze right now, with some altcoins being up as much as 100% over just the past month. And this is, by the way, during a historic bear market. So yes, we are going to be looking at the top 10 crypto gaming tokens. As always, this is content provided to you by Classy Games. If you enjoy the content, as always, like and subscribe, and let's get into it. Something I do want to disclose, though, really quickly is that no, this is not an order, and no, this might not have your favorite altcoin on it, because it's just what I'm looking at. Number one, obvious bias here, Gala Games. We are the Gala King, the King of the Galaxians, etc. And I'm going to be telling you why I am the King of the Galaxians. It's because I know what's happened in this ecosystem, and this is an ecosystem that is up almost 100% from its lows since the beginning of October, pretty much. I mean, it's just been absolutely tearing it right now. And you're probably asking why. Well, it's because a lot of these different altcoins are bleeding. They've been bleeding for quite some time, and now they're finally getting to the point where it makes sense. Founders nodes for the longest of time have been selling heavily on Gala Games, but now it makes a lot more sense to keep these tokens versus selling them, and these node-based ecosystems are the main beneficiaries of this. And guess what? Gala Games recently actually went ahead and updated their website. They actually updated Gala Games because they're getting ready for a push to get Web 2 gamers onto their platform, trying to become more relatable to those Web 2 gamers that have to get into the Web 3 gaming ecosystems eventually. They have the Walking Dead Empires with their playtest coming up. They have Mirandus, which has teased a persistent playtest for the game. And we also have, a bunch of different games coming out potentially in Q4. We have Eternal Paradox, Echoes of Empire, a lot of things coming out for Gala Games, a lot of leagues coming that are even more exciting in regards to Gala Chain, with the co-founder of Gala Games recently coming onto the Ahead of the Game, a weekly live stream that Gala Games runs to answer your favorite questions. So yes, Gala has a lot of things happening in Q4, and it's definitely something that I'm looking at. So the next gaming ecosystem is Myria. Now, why Myria? Well, it's because it's like the little baby of Gala Games. It is a Web3 gaming ecosystem which has come out in the bear market. It's never actually experienced a bull market, and it's been having a bit of a run. It's been doing pretty damn well. The reason for it is because for the longest of time, people have had heavy sell pressure on the Myria token as node holders, because of the node-based ecosystem, have sold. Here's the thing though, Myria is building, and a lot are they building, because if you look over here, this is like the indie gaming renaissance for Web3 gaming. It's Myria all over the place with so many different games building on top of it. It's only a matter of time until some of these games come out. And when people speculate, they like to speculate on these node ecosystems because people are heavily incentivized to keep the train going, because the node holders want to get some profit off those nodes at the end of the day. So Myria is one I'm definitely looking at. Now, the next one is Immutable X. Immutable X is a leader in the Web3 gaming space with an over $1 billion market cap and massive volume, $324 million. This is a token with a circulating supply of 62% and a massive giant. I mean, this is something that is a Unity verified solution. Not a lot of tokens and projects have that in their disposal. They've got Polygon, Illuvium, Gods Unchained, Ember Sword, Block Lords, Guild of Guardians, many different games and many different ecosystems which are building on top of Immutable. Immutable is a leader in the Web3 gaming space, and I imagine that they are not going to stop being a leader. In fact, over the past month alone, they've gone from 50 cents to 95 cents. Pretty much a 2x gain in a very short period of time. Immutable will continue to lead the industry, and I do think that they're going to be a big player in the future. Now, the next one is Illuvium. Now, Illuvium is building on top of Immutable, so +1 on them for this one. But Illuvium has had pretty bad price action over the past year or so. In fact, if you look at their alt chart, there's terrible price action. But here's the thing. There was just a hyperinflationary period with staking, which caused a lot of this negative price action. People didn't technically lose as much as you'd think, and now it's kind of getting to that point market cap wise where Illuvium is starting to make sense to get into, especially considering that Kieran has teased PvP beta coming out sometime in Q4 of 2023. I imagine we're getting to that point because it's November, so I'm looking at Illuvium's PvP beta launch because I'm trying to see how many different people are going to be actually playing this. How many people from auto battler genres are going to be interested in Illuvium? That's the number one thing I'm looking for, and if people like it, then of course Illuvium's token is going to benefit as well. Now, the next thing I'm looking at is Ronin. Now, Ronin is just something that you cannot deny. Ronin Network, I have said this time and time again in 2022. I called out Axie Infinity, and I said that the only hope for the ecosystem was that Ronin would be built out. And Ronin was built out. Yes, they did do a lot of building because the ecosystem now has plenty of games. It's got the Machines Arena. It's got games like Pixels, which, by the way, hit a 30,000 DAU, the highest in the entire crypto gaming space next to Axie Infinity. So yes, Ronin is the most active Web3 gaming platform out there right now. There is no other blockchain, okay? It's just Ronin right now. At an evaluation of $158 million, you know, it's pretty ridiculous to bet against something that is currently leading the industry. And I imagine that Ronin will continue to acquire new games that are promising like Pixels and continue to grow as an industry. I mean, seeing this thing at $1 billion valuation is just something that is entirely reasonable in a bull market cycle. Now, the next token on this list is called Prime. In fact, it's Echelon Prime, the governance coin behind the Parallel universe. Parallel is a leading trading card game in the Web3 gaming space and has taken the space by storm. I mean, people like Ali Straza love playing it, so clearly there is an attention for detail when it comes to the Parallel universe. Parallel is slated to come out sometime, hopefully in 2024. And so I'm looking into Prime to see if more updates come out that garner more hype for the Echelon Prime token. Now, next on this list is Merit Circle. Merit Circle is a DAO, a Web3 gaming DAO, which is building a blockchain in the crypto space. In fact, they've said you should go ahead and look into Beam because Beam is the one-stop shop for Web3 gaming individuals. Right now, Merit Circle is worth $106 million, which is quite the low valuation considering what they could potentially do for the Web3 gaming space, making it a seamless experience onboarding. DAOs are one of the sleeper picks for the Web3 gaming run in 2023 because, you know, imaginably so, they are pushing the hardest for Web3 gaming adoption. Now, the next one on this list is Playable. Playable Games has made one title so far, and they are a Web3 gaming node ecosystem, similar to Myria as well as Gala Games. They also have nodes in their ecosystem, which incentivize when the price goes up to go ahead and stack coins and get things moving. Playable has released one title so far called Nexus, and they have another title, which they're planning on releasing as well, called Starvin Martian in Q4 of 2023. They right now actually have a 50% off node sale going on. So imaginably so, more people are speculating and looking into the Playable ecosystem to see if they can get some tokens on the cheap. Right now, Playable has a very low market cap of 6 million with a fully diluted of 67 million. So, you know, if they got their own blockchain, any sort of run in the Web3 gaming space, especially for Gala Games, would cause a massive run for Playable. Now, the next token is Seedify. Now, Seedify Fund is a Web3 gaming launchpad. They go ahead and give opportunities to people to go ahead and grab these tokens before they launch. Everybody loves a little bit of degen, and a little bit of degen is exactly what they go ahead and provide. In fact, on the main page of the website, it says, enter the gateway of blockchain gaming. You could go ahead, buy this token, and become a part of all of these different launches happening in the Web3 gaming space. Everybody loves being a little degen and getting in things early, and Seedify Fund is going to be that place. Right now, with a market cap of $56 million, I imagine probably sometime next year, maybe late, maybe December this year, we'll see a lot more launches happening for tokens in the Web3 gaming space. Seedify is going to be something you're going to want to look at because they are exactly what you need to get into all of these rounds as a traditional investor. So this is definitely what I'm looking at. And the last token I want to go ahead and talk about is GameSwift with a market cap of 5 million and a fully diluted of $159 million. Big difference in tokenomics, and this doesn't have the healthiest tokenomics in the world, but what it does have is a lot of benefits for people building on GameSwift because not only are they cross-chain interoperable, not only are they a gaming platform, but they also have the GameSwift SDK, which helps people build their Web3 games and take advantage of all necessary Web3 tools easily accessible through our specially optimized technical environment. Not only that, they have a modular blockchain to go ahead and utilize too. All that at a pretty low valuation and very low volume puts this as probably one of the more risky ones on this list, if not the most risky, but also the one that could possibly net the most rewards. So that's going to be my list for the top 10 Web3 gaming tokens that I'm looking at for this month, November 2023. Let me know your thoughts. I'm sure I've missed plenty of tokens, and apologies if so. There's a lot of different games being built out right now, but until the next time, stay classy, and that's all.